Hey, this is Alan with GameLark Remixes, and I'm here with GDultima. Wanted to say hello.
Hi.
How's it going?
It's good. How are you?
Good. Thanks for doing the interview.
No
So,
problem.
I wanted to start talking about how you got into music. Did you start at a young age, or?
Well, music in general, from a very young age, it was just, I can't remember a time before music. I started playing instruments like, just last year. Someone gave me a guitar and I started playing. Yeah, I don't know. Music's always been there.
What are some of your favorite types of music or favorite bands?
Well, definitely Green Day, and you see my covers poster.
Yeah.
I think Green Day was the first band I ever called my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Right now we're just the top of the list, I guess. I don't really have a favorite anymore. I'm generally into all music though, like all genres. Everything. And mostly, I guess my main interest is like pop punk type stuff. But I'm into everything from like metalcore to pop music, Taylor Swift.
I was gonna say, yeah. So, after reading some of your Twitter feed, I wanted to ask about that. So Taylor Swift,
Yeah.
Would you say she's an inspiration?
I'd say for pop stuff, yeah, definitely. Because I don't know, I've always liked pop because I'm into all genres,
Mm-hmm.
but I definitely have a bigger interest in like, especially like synth pop because of Taylor Swift,
Yeah.
because of her new stuff, mostly.
Is it
Yeah.
the catchiness, the hooks?
I'd say that, and sort of like this sort of, I don't know if it's just her stuff or it's just that genre in general, but there's like something in the background that always gets to me. It's like, oh, that feels good to listen to.
Gotcha. So, you've been in love with music for a long time,
Yeah.
and then how did you get into making video game covers?
Well, last year I got a guitar. Well, I want to say I've been watching stuff for a while, and I'd always been like, oh, it'd be cool if I could do that one day, but I never really thought I would.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, I got a guitar last year for Christmas. No, Christmas before last. And, I don't know, I was just like, okay, I'm gonna make stuff. And I made a Stone Tower Temple cover from Majora's Mask. And it wasn't the best thing anyone's ever made, but I thought it was amazing at the time, and I was really proud of it. And then I just carried on going. Like, actually at the time I thought it was going to be like a one-off thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then later I did a Frigate cover, and then I just kept going after that.
You got hooked on it,
Yeah.
and I'm assuming that as you started playing more, you realized that there was this other community this community that was out there.
Yeah.
Were you familiar with like Family Jewels or anyone else like that?
Well, I mostly only knew about Family Jewels and CS Guitar, and just the big guys really. I didn't really know there was, like, I didn't even know people like Swiggles or anything back then. I just knew the really big guys.
Mm-hmm.
And then as I started playing, like making my own stuff, I noticed that there's this smaller community within that, and it's weird. I didn't expect there to be so many people to be making all this music and stuff.
Would you say it's a good community?
Oh, definitely, yeah. Like, you can just talk to anyone. It's weird because even people you wouldn't think you could just approach and say, "Hi, can you help me with this?"
Mm-hmm.
will just answer, even if you don't have much time. They'll be like, "Okay, yeah, it's a quick response I can help you with." It's pretty good.
Yeah, I think Dan Link, someone I interviewed previously, he said that the video game remix community was a family, so
Yeah.
they're always looking out for each other. They're constructive. I think most of the time they're pretty constructive with their criticisms
Yeah.
and whatnot.
Yeah. I think.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I think like I don't know. Even if you've never made a cover before, and like you just need some advice for starting out, you just find somewhere where these people are talking, like a musician's stream or something. Just ask for people who are there, and they'll help you out.
Mm-hmm. And it seems like you're a big Zelda fan and a big Pokemon fan,
Yeah.
judging from your covers.
Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't even say those. Well, I'd say Zelda is my favorite game series, but I don't really play Pokemon that much. Even though I would say it's one of my favorite series. It's quite because Pokemon games are quite. You got to invest in them, I guess. Yeah, I don't know.
The music
really
sticks
like
with
the music.
you. Yeah.
Music's really good for Pokemon. I think that's why I keep covering it.
Do you have a favorite Zelda game?
Skyward Sword, even though that's a controversial choice.
That's a good game.
Yeah, I just really like the story mainly. It was, I mean, the gameplay did get frustrating, like people said, but I guess the story was. It felt important when I was playing it.
Yeah. What do you think of the new Zelda Wii U?
I thought it looks amazing.
Open world. I actually really like the graphics too. I like the style that they use.
Yeah.
I think my favorite Zelda game would be Wind Waker, but that was just because that was the one that got me into the series, and I love the music in that game. Yeah. So I think
didn't play Wind Waker till later.
Yeah.
Wind Waker was the last. I think that was the last Zelda game I actually played.
Oh, was it?
And I got it on GameCube, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna sit through this and see what other fuss is about. Gotcha. I really enjoyed it.
Do you have any other games that you're planning on covering? Any other series that you like to, score to?
There's a lot of games I really like the music from, but I don't feel like I want to cover it, but I feel like I wouldn't do it justice. Like games like Bastion and Transistor. I don't know if you've heard of them.
I haven't played either one of them, but I've heard of them. Yeah.
Yeah, but I really love the music from those games, but I don't know. I'm scared to cover them in case I ruin the music.
Oh, you got some time. You can always keep practicing and.
Yeah, I think eventually I'll venture into that area.
Awesome. So going back to the YouTube community, you've collaborated with some people.
Yeah.
Sir Blamble of Gam.
Yep. Christian Richardson, Guitar Geek. Yeah, really good people. Like, you can just if you're making music and you want to just like start making music with other people, just go up to someone you think is on the same wavelength as you and ask them to do some music with you.
Yeah. What do you think is the most rewarding part of collaborating? The final product, or is it just getting to meet people? Or
I think, I don't know. It's sort of a similar experience to like playing in a band, except obviously not live. But it's just sort of that feeling of what, even though sometimes it can be stressful because you've got to send stuff back and forth to each other and you've got to work stuff out between each other. It's just a good feeling to be making music with another person, and like I'd say the final product is it's a really good feeling when you finally get it out. But I think when you're making it is the really fun part. Yeah.
And did you take any lessons, or do you just play by ear? Or
no, I've never had a lesson in my life.
Oh really?
No.
Okay.
I just completely I was just like, right, I want to make video game music, and started playing along stuff. I originally used tabs from GameTabs.com.
Okay.
I just like I just found the game I wanted to get tabs from and use that, and then eventually I was like, I wanted to make my arrangements more like original. So I started just trying to do it by myself, which was really hard at first because I'd never had a lesson, and then I was just like, you just pick it up. You just sort of like, it becomes a habit. Like you just do it without thinking.
Okay, I have a couple harder questions now. What do you think is the most difficult part of recording a cover, or just doing a cover? And what do you think you've improved the most on in the past couple of years since you've started doing covers?
The hardest part. I'd say the hardest part. It depends what song you're covering, because sometimes it's the arrangement. You don't want to make it too like sort of stale, where it just sounds like you're repeating the same thing over and over again, and you've just copied the original song. Which I guess that's what a cover is really, but you want it to sound a little bit original. But also, it does get frustrating once you do have the arrangement down and you're just trying to record it and you keep messing up, and you've been trying to record the same part all night. It's just not getting anywhere. So I guess I guess the recording would be the hardest part, at least for me. I'd say I'd improve most on, I guess, mixing. Because, I don't know, I'm still working on improving my arrangements and stuff, and I think that's my biggest flaw right now. But I think I'm getting there still.
Has anybody given you tips on mixing or like mastering or anything like that?
Oh yeah. We have like a sort of small Skype group where we all just talk and give each other advice and stuff. And yeah, it's you just send someone a copy of your latest project or something, and they're like, oh cool. They'd listen to it and tell you what needs to be done to improve, and yeah. And then when you release a cover, they're like, oh cool, oh cool. They just give you critique straight away, even if they don't, like, you just send them someone else's and they'll just leave a comment for them without you even saying anything.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what would you say is the GDultima? Is that the right way to say it, by the way?
I didn't really think about pronunciation when I made it.
GDultima it is then. What do you think is your defining style? Like, do you have anything that you particularly focus on when you're trying to make covers, or you just go with whatever sounds cool at the moment?
I think it's whatever sounds cool at the moment, but I think I've always sort of sunk into trying to get metal. Just to, yeah, nothing too heavy, but I find metal the easiest to create, so I just always go with that.
Gotcha.
I'll probably branch out into other genres eventually, but for now I'm going to stick to metal and getting up my technique and stuff.
Awesome. And I meant to mention this earlier, but your earlier videos didn't have anything to do with covers or music.
No.
So you were originally doing Minecraft
Yeah.
videos, texture pack reviews.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think it was a while ago. I just started doing Let's Plays because I saw Let's Plays were getting big, and I was I was like 12 or something, and I was like, oh, I want to be famous. I want to be a Let's Player. So I started just making like Let's Play videos on Minecraft. I did a Mirror's Edge Let's Play, I think, and I was doing that for a while. And I think my texture pack reviews are the only things that really got any views, because they got featured on forum pages and stuff. And
Really?
I think that's the only reason I've left those ones up.
That's awesome.
So yeah, and then eventually I just moved on to playing guitar.
Are we gonna see more Minecraft videos in the future? That's the real question.
Possibly. Possibly as an April Fool's joke that gets out of hand, and then I just do it for the rest of my life.
Awesome. Do you have any ideas for where you want to take the channel in the future?
I want to start covering more sort of not just video game music, just normal music, like just pop music, metal music, any music really. Yeah, but I guess there's issues with vocals at that point, and yeah. But yeah, I do want to just expand in all directions, really. Cover all music I can think of.
Cool. Do you have any covers or collaborations coming up in the next couple of months?
I have a few secret collaborations.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Normally I don't like to keep my stuff secret because I don't feel like I'm really that big enough to keep secrets, but you know, I've been asked to keep secrets, so you know.
Very cool. What about covers?
I'm thinking of covering the rival battle theme from Diamond, but I'm not sure how that's going, so it could end up being scraps, but it could end up being some of my best work, who knows.
Awesome. Sky's the limit, right?
Yep.
Sweet. Well, thanks for taking the time and talking with me.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Bye.